Welcome to my guide, guys. Today we're talking about relics and why they are important in late game. You can unlock them once you finish the Undecember boss, the final boss. And yeah, let's look into it. The Light of Life is a resource that you find in Chaos cards, and you find plenty of that. And it is used to level up your relic. So what is a relic? A relic is basically this little thing here that is floating around your character once you summon it. And all the relics, they have one passive and one active skill. Yeah, so you don't need to worry about it. There's no pay to win about it. So much about that yet. Okay. So per day you can only level it by a certain amount. So you press the relic growth button, put all of your Light of Life in that you can, and level it up. With the rest of your Light of Life that you don't need, you can create these mysterious elements, which we need later. Okay, so next on the right here, you can see there's an energy bar. The energy bar is draining once you summon the relic. And once you dismiss it here, the energy bar is not being drained anymore. And it actually fills up when it's dismissed. When you log out, you don't have to click dismiss, it automatically fills up. Okay, let's look at this thing here. This is used to filling up the energy, and you can craft that from the Light of Light that you created earlier, if you really want that. I have never ever used one of these because the uptime of this energy here is about 2 or 3 hours, and then when I take a break and AFK in town, I unsummon it and it fills up pretty quick. So let's look at this page here. It basically tells us what tags are going with each of the different relics. So if you're a fireball, for example, you're looking for fire, so you can click through all of them and you will see there's actually 2 different fire ones. So only 2 relics really that we need to look at, and then we are like clicking this button here and investigating all of the passive abilities. Some of them apply to the summoner, which is our character. Some of them apply to the avatar, which is the relic. So this 84% damage here is not for us, it is for the relic. So that's why I'm still using fire resist, because it's good for me and buffing my characters. I don't care about the relic damage, so this is for me. And you can see here, even when the avatar is not active. So this is always on me if I have that relic, so it's really good. And for the active skills, usually the last one is the important one. So when comparing the 2 fire avatars, you will see whatever of the third slots here is better for you. In this case, that's a buff that gives fire penetration, fire damage amplification to the summoner, which is my character, so that's really good. And with the skill rune, I can have permanent uptime on that, so really strong. Or I could have like 2 seconds downtime in between always, but buff the effect by 33%. So these here are basically support runes for this spell here. So comparing that to the other fire one, we can tell already, okay, some burning chance, damage to the avatar, so doesn't really concern us. Down here, fire penetration, passive. So even applied when not active, that is really strong. So maybe this would be better than the one I'm using. Let's look at the third skill. Fire resist is shredded for cursed enemies, so that's a little bit weaker here. But this one only applies when it's active, the other one when it's not active, so maybe this one would have been the better choice. Back when I choose the avatar, I didn't really fully understand it, and I just clicked the one that said fire. I didn't think there's 2 fire ones, so that was maybe a mistake, but I'm pretty happy with the level 30 skill here. And if I'm fighting really hard bosses, the second one is actually handy because it curses the enemies. And you can see the duration is 5.8 seconds, but the cooldown is 5 seconds. So on one enemy it is permanent uptime, and the enemy will do 11.5% damage less. So we can actually apply one of the supports here. Max curse count, so I can apply that to 2 different targets. That would be also good. But beside that, here the cooldown speed is probably better. So gonna equip that. And when clicking through all of these, you can just find your damage type. Or if you're running minions, then the minion tag, and you're looking at both of the ones that apply to you. So minion and minion. Usually it's 2 applying to, like 2 of the relics applying to your skill, and then you just compare the passives and you compare the last active skill, which whenever you choose is fitting your character better, then you choose this relic and you pump it up to level 30. So one thing to note is this energy bar here, it fills up if you level. So sometimes it is smart to keep the level up and not instantly press it if your bar is full. So you can keep the level up a little bit, and after like 1 hour of mapping, when that drained to down here maybe, you can level it up if you plan on having a long session. I never before ran out of this energy. You can have the auto recover energy if you have a lot of these lying around, but I don't really care about it, so I keep it off. So that's that. And if you're doing weak maps like blue maps and stuff, you don't even need to bring it out, so it can refill, and you can only bring it out for the really hard maps. That's my take on it, and I hope you learned something. So see you in the next video. If you enjoyed this video, you can find even more content on my channel.